And India's External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar is in Seoul on the first leg of his 4-day visit to South Korea and Japan. Jaishankar delivered the opening remarks at the 10th India-South Korea Joint Commission meeting today. Saknik Chakrabarti tells us more on this.
India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar on an official visit to South Korea spoke at the Korea National Diplomatic Academy on broadening horizons, India-Korea partnership in the Indo-Pacific. Dr. Jaishankar highlighted that India-Korea partnership is significant, but even more so when we consider its impact on the Indo-Pacific.
India's stakes in terms of trade, investments, services, resources, logistics and technology in the Indo-Pacific are growing by the day. Ensuring the stability, safety and security of this region is therefore vital for us. India-ROK partnership is significant, but even more so when we look at its impact on the Indo-Pacific.
Dr. Jaishankar also addressed the Indian community in Seoul and spoke of India-Korea relations.
Today, the partnership between India and Korea can be a very different partnership. A partnership which will be much more useful, much more important, and of a much higher level for both countries. When we speak today about telecommunications or semiconductors or renewables or electric mobility or green technology, there are really today big capabilities being built in India. Those capabilities today actually give us the ability to forge partnerships.
Earlier in the day, Dr. S. Jaishankar held a meeting with Prime Minister of South Korea, Han Duck-soo, in Seoul. Dr. Jaishankar appreciated South Korean Prime Minister's positive sentiments for the ties between the two countries. He also met South Korea's Trade, Industry and Energy Minister, An Dak-jian, in Seoul. The two leaders held wide-ranging conversation on trade and economic cooperation. Dr. S. Jaishankar held discussions with think tank representatives of the Republic of Korea, highlighting increased exchanges as convergences between the two countries continue to grow. With Bureau Inputs, Saknik Chakrabarti reporting for DD India.
And DD India correspondent Chris Gilbert joins us for more from Tokyo. Well, Chris, Dr. Jaishankar said Indo-Korea partnership is a significant factor in the Indo-Pacific and beyond. What is the outlook for ties with South Korea based on what the minister has said so far?
Oh, that was a very thorough report that really outlined the sentiments from Dr. S. Jaishankar throughout his trip to Seoul. He says that they're absolutely vital. He says that the stakes for trade between the two countries, cooperation between the two countries is growing by the day, and that he would like to see South Korea play a larger role or an expanding role in the region, referring specifically to the IPOI, that's the Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative, a defense-focused initiative which has the participation of Vietnam, the Philippines, Australia, amongst other countries already, but it also focuses on risk management, disaster response, and ecology as well. And he would like to see South Korea play a larger role inside that framework. He says that securing trade routes, in particular through the naval passengers around India, around South Korea, particularly with military buildups that are happening in the South China Sea, is very, very vital. And that's a direct quote. Very, very vital. And so that is the summary, I guess you could say, of the last couple of days of the visit in Seoul. And the sentiment is one of a strong foundation that both parties are looking to build and expand on.
All right. Also, the External Affairs Minister is set to head to Japan later today. What is the schedule like for the rest of the trip?
This evening, Japan time, so late afternoon India time, is going to be the beginning or the launch of the first ever Raisina Roundtable, and this is a talk or a meeting to promote I guess, back channels, or what is called track 2 dialogue between the two countries. It will be attended by the minister, but also by think tanks, lobbyists, and academics here in Japan, and it's going to be largely focused on the Quad partnership that these two countries share with Australia and the US, but also other geoeconomic and geopolitical issues as well. That is going to be continuing into Thursday. There also to look forward to is the 10th dialogue between Minister Jaishankar and his counterpart here in Tokyo, Yoko Kamikawa. Again, it's a very similar theme to South Korea, with India looking, first of all, complimenting both countries on the platform that they have laid through investment and through defense cooperation, joint military exercises, multilateral military exercises, and now looking for new avenues to expand upon that foundation. And that is what Dr. S. Jaishankar has referred it to, expanding on the foundational platform that these countries have built already in terms of economic cooperation, military cooperation, response to climate change. As they say, it's going to be the full gamut of issues that these two parties are going to discuss here in Tokyo.
All right, a full gamut of issues there. Thank you so much, Chris, for giving us that update from there. And